Ephesians 6:12 says, "We don't wrestle against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the cosmic powers over this present darkness, and against spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly places." The Apostle Paul describes the serious struggle we're in to push back against the power and influence of our enemy. While many of us willingly acknowledge the spiritual struggle when it comes to looking at our culture, politics, or religious activity, we need to understand how this influence also affects economics. The enemy's power is far-reaching and has effectively and dangerously influenced how we view and use capital. And that's the topic of this next section. Jesus uses the word mammon to describe the spiritual influence that infects money and wealth with a worldly mindset. He challenges us to recognize its evil characteristics and to actively protect against its influence. The reason this is so important is that missional businesses, like traditional businesses, depend on capital. However, the influence of mammon on capital has restricted its flow to these Great Commission companies, making their important work unnecessarily difficult. The teachings in this section will show you, first, the 6 characteristics of capital under Mammon's influence. Second, the uneven distribution of capital around the world and what needs to happen for that to change. And third, a picture of how capital that has been broken free from Mammon's influence contributes to the restoration of a marginalized people group in Eastern Europe. These are important truths that God's oikonomos needs to understand and implement through wise and courageous uses and attitudes regarding capital. So let's get started.